is Doug Lafortune. I'm an artist, carver, a Sayut band member for 30 years now. Never looked back once I started doing that. I loved it. It was just a wonderful occupation. It's had its ups and downs like everything else, but it's been very rewarding. I always thank the man who taught me, Simon Charlie, because he gave me a key and passed it on to my brothers. All my brothers carve. My brother Francis has 2 sons that carve and a daughter that does a lot of graphics. My son carves. My daughter Angie does a lot of graphics. My brother Howard has a son that carves. So yeah, it's been very rewarding for me and my family. Well, I used to go to Victoria and go to the museum because there was a gift shop there, and like all the famous artists from all over BC dealt there. And my first main goal was to get a carving in that shop. Eventually I started doing a lot of business with, her name was Mrs. Rock. She knew all the artists back then, Henry Hunt, Tony Hunt, Richard Hunt, all the big time carvers back in those days, John Livingston. So I wanted to get in there, and I finally got a carving in there and kept going back and doing different things. And I never restricted myself to certain things. I just did everything I wanted to do, mask, dishes, rattles, everything. After about maybe a couple of years, I brought a couple pieces in. I think I had a dish and a rattle. Made our first $500. Boy, that was a lot of money back then. It was in the 70s. You know, it just made me want to get better every time I sold something. Simon Charlie told me, if you walk on the river and you see a salmon skeleton laying on the beach, and you look at it and it has the eyes, circles, and the spine, you know, there are these crescents and things like that. And he says that's what a lot of the Coast Salish art was based on, bone elements and things like that. At that time of my life, I was really inspired by Northern art. I liked the darts and I liked the different elements. I wasn't so much into Coast Salish. To tell you the truth, I didn't really know about being Coast Salish because I was in foster homes and things like that. And my wasn't really talked about being a native. It was just I was an Indian, and that was basically it. I ran into Charles Elliott. He's from here. He studied Coast Salish work. He used to go to the museum and look at old carvings and things, and based his work on that, and he did really well in it. And I slowly started to gravitate towards more Coast Salish because I was Coast Salish, and Ron was right. I should have been doing Coast Salish. Nobody ever said you're Coast Salish and you're this or you're that, you know. I guess I evolved into that, more of that style, you know. And now a lot of young guys are the same way. Their work is contemporary and very nice, like Luke and John and my son Bear. And now I tell young artists, they ask me, well, what's the secret to this or that? And I said, there is no secret. You just have to work hard and you have to do it every day.